Hi there, everybody. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to record this, a whole talk, and I'm going to upload it to have a record of this. This is good material. It's autobiographical as well. Are you there? Are you coming back? Yes, some of you are coming in. Let me go on ahead here. As you come in, return to the stream. Let me share with you the story. Don't stop. Okay, thank you, Ezra. I'll tell you the story. I went with my hot girlfriend at the time to this banquet that was sponsored by San Francisco State. I think it was coming out of the National Sexuality Resource Center in San Francisco. How did I get on the mail? How did I get the invitation? I scratched my head. And I think it was because I was identified as an expert in sexuality and contemporary sexuality, and I was at UC Davis, and I had done my own erotica and did some theoretical essays to talk about human sexuality. And part of it, by the way, was to a critique of Foucault and all these other people. And any just back then, and we're talking about the mid 90s, maybe late 90s. I can't remember when. But by the late 90s, whenever you were doing sexuality studies, like this National Sexuality Research Center, supposed in San Francisco, sexuality back then had become synonymous with GLBTQ. So if you wanted to talk about heterosexuality, well, you were pushed off to the margins. And so, I had some questions about that, the politics of it. I don't mind being pushed to the margins, but I want to know why. What is the agenda here? And as we're finding out now, the agenda is not about promoting GLBTQ. It's about promoting AI and post-humanism and the the carbon-free world of the near future, and we are carbon-based life forms, as you know. So the GLBTQ movement was played, just like the minority, the race, the ethnicity, the gender movements. You've been played as well. So GLBTQ is going to be replaced by what I'm calling crypto studies or New World Order studies, if we're going to survive as a species. But in the meantime, you have all these people who were invested in that whole framework. So they were trying to recruit me. They were trying to check me out. I brought my very nice looking, attractive girlfriend at the time. By the way, she later joined up with the other side. And this is one of the reasons we had to split up. She got into grad school at UC Berkeley School of Education. What did she learn? She learned GLBTQ and all the other stuff and I was already moving away from that, because remember, I'm part of this milieu and I was studying it, but unlike the other people who got suckered, I figured it out and I knew what was on the real agenda, right? Because that's what I do. But it's anyway. I'm giving you a capsule summary here. So I was invited to this event, San Francisco State University. National Sexuality Resource Center. And there's a guy, an anthropologist by the name of Gilbert H. Hurt, H-E-R-D-T. Look at his work. I ordered some of his books. I've read some of his essays. And I hope I get to what he's writing about here, because it really ties everything into a nice bow. Somehow he got some money together and got this research institute or a clearinghouse, I guess you can call it, down at SF State. And that's not too big of a heart of a sell, because as most of you know, San Francisco is synonymous with GLBTQ culture and institutions. It's a gay-friendly city, which is nice and fine. Great, wonderful. So I'm just trying to place that institution there within a certain geographic, a political milieu, right? And it's a hop, skip, and a jump away from Silicon Valley. You may even consider San Francisco as the northern extension of Silicon Valley, going